Okay, today we are taking 100 men and pinning them up against gorillas. Now, I'm sure you have seen this debate online already, which is why we're making this video, but it's going to be a little bit different this time. I'm going to weigh in a little bit on the regular gorilla versus 100 regular men, but we're going to branch off and cover every famous gorilla of fiction versus varying difficulties of 100 men. So let's get right into it. First, we have, Harambe. Yes, I wanted Harambe to go first because we can just kind of get this out of the way. Now, Harambe is, in some circles, not your average gorilla. He is a martyr. He is a meme. He is a divine being. He is an anchor being to this dimension, this timeline. But in this case, we're just going with basic vanilla Harambe. And on this tier list we have here, I'm going to go ahead and throw him on ape, not kill ape. And I don't think anyone was surprised by this. I'm going to give a brief synopsis of my opinion on this debate. One, people have been attacked by gorillas for like an hour plus and survived. So let's just say gorillas are not very good at killing things. Yes, they have a lot of raw power, but they kind of have to get lucky for that power to translate into quick kills. And against 100 people, well, those kills are going to need to be extremely quick. And I just don't think the gorilla has it in him. Harambe, yes. Maybe Harambe, through some, prophetic situation, he comes out on top. But honestly, I think he needs to die for our timeline to continue. So he is not going to make it. He is going on ape, not kill ape, because humans are apes and he's not going to kill them. All right? Let's get into our actual video now, though. The fictional apes of our, media. So, these are randomized. Let's start with our first one here. King Kong. Okay. This is a good one to start with. Now, this is King Kong 2005. Probably not the King Kong most people are currently familiar with. Not Monsterverse Kong. Be patient. We'll get there. But for now, we have King Kong 2005. In my opinion, really the version of King Kong that I prefer because it's a little bit more grounded. But of course, this King Kong could never fight Godzilla. So we do need to kind of upscale his power for that sort of video or that sort of movie. But how's King Kong going to do? 2005. Well, he is absolutely murdering 100 normal men. Whether they're dumb or smart. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. But is he killing 100 men with weapons? Yes, he is. Yeah, I mean, so with weapons like swords, shields, think just like 100 gladiators. Okay? In that case, yes, I'm definitely putting him at least there. So does he make it to top tier 100 men with guns? No. I'm pretty confident he doesn't, actually, because in the movie, obviously I'm going to reference the movie here, he is constantly running away from guns, and in fact, he does actually get captured by less than 100 men. Not killed, captured, and I think capturing is harder than killing. Now, these men did have more tools than just like handguns or whatever guns we're giving them. Let's just say we're giving them whatever guns they want. So we're giving them, machine guns, whatever. Maybe not any like rocket launchers, but guns strong enough to just shoot until the human is satisfied. So yeah, I don't think King Kong's taking down the guns, but he is taking down the 100 men with weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and put him there. Maybe he'll move later. If I change my mind, but I think I'm pretty confident there. Okay. Next, we have... Okay, this is Tarzan's dad. I'm going to go ahead and forget his name. It's like Kerchak or something. Kerchak. I don't know. But this is Tarzan's dad. So he is just a regular gorilla, but in the movie Tarzan, we do see some feats of his that go beyond, like a actual real life gorilla right? Like he shows intelligence that is beyond a normal gorilla. He shows strategy beyond a gorilla, and he does fight Tarzan in a way a gorilla in real life would never fight, right? He's got much more coordination, but he does kind of lose, is the thing. And that's just one dude. Now, Tarzan is by definition built different. Like if anyone's built different, it is Tarzan. He's built by gorillas. So this not quite one person, but still, I think I'm going to put him one rung above Harambe, and I'm actually going to say that he takes out 100 dumb men, because I think the 100 men versus the gorilla can be a close call. I am still firmly on the side of the 100 men winning, but I think if you give the gorilla the fighting coordination and perhaps strategy that Tarzan's adopted father has, I think he might take it. So I'm going to say he beats 100 dumb men. Now, I'm not putting him in 100 smart men, because I think if these men work together and they stay coordinated and they don't, fall victim to fear and mass hysteria, then I think they do take him out. I don't think any amount of strategy is going to save Tarzan's dad here. So I'm putting him in 100 dumb men. But that is still some respect, okay? Because that's 100 dudes that he's beating. Dumb dudes, but still. I think Tarzan's dad can run around and start ripping heads off just because he's coordinated enough to do it. I could see an argument where he doesn't win, because there's certain parts of the movie where all the gorillas just kind of act like gorillas, especially when the humans come in. But I think he's got it. I'm giving him some respect. So let me know if you disagree and why, but don't be disrespectful to Tarzan's dad over here, okay? Next, we got George. Okay, not Curious George, because that's a chimpanzee. No chimpanzees here. I also did not include a Kongar from War of the Monsters, old video game. If you know, you know. But that's because he's a chimpanzee, if you look at his origin. I don't know if there was really any other gorillas that I thought of that I was surprised to find were not gorillas. But no, this is George from Rampage, the video game, and in this case, from the picture, the movie. And he is instantly getting punted up to 100 men with guns, because he becomes massive. He starts as like a regular, I guess, albino gorilla, but he becomes so big that it's not even a question, right? Like we're hitting the level of Monsterverse Kong over here. He fights these just abominable other hybrid kaiju, and he tanks multiple military weapons. Like we're not talking guns, we're talking tanks, that sort of thing. So enough said there. 100 men with guns they're not taking him out. They're not taking George out. Okay. Let's see who we got next. Oh, okay. Buck. So his name's Buck. This is from Planet of the Apes, the first movie. I believe it would be called Rise of the Planet of the Apes. First off, beautiful trilogy. I actually haven't seen the newest movie yet. I'm going to say that I am sorry for not watching that movie, because I really want to. I just haven't gotten around to it. But the first three I have seen and I've loved. I think they're one of the most underrated movies of modern day. But I digress. We have Buck. So he's like the main gorilla of the movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm about to give a spoiler. Okay, I'm about to give a spoiler. So he jumps and takes down a helicopter, but in the process, he dies. And so he saves Caesar. It's a heroic moment, but for a gorilla, that is quite the feat. So what are we dealing with here? We're dealing with a normal gorilla No, actually, we're not dealing with normal gorilla. Nothing about him is normal. I was going to say he has normal strength, but in fact, he doesn't. He actually does have more strength than a normal gorilla for two reasons. One, the drug that gives him hyperintelligence also enhances his body. And two, when you enhance your mind, you are also going to enhance your ability to shell out power. So in a gorilla's case, they have a lot of potential power. Like on paper, a gorilla should be able to lift a lot more and hit a lot harder than they actually do in real life. And that's just because of their mind-body connection. Like their muscles are not as coordinated as a human. So what we would expect them to be able to do, they actually can't do in practice. This guy, however, Buck, he absolutely can do those things. So he's going to be able to do any sort of maneuver in combat that he wants, which makes it really tough. He's definitely killing 100 dumb men. Can he kill 100 smart men? Oh, that's so hard. I think I will give it to him for now. I might change my mind, but think about it. If he is hyper intelligent, and let's just say for this case he's equally intelligent to the 100 men, he is going to be facing a strategic horde of people, but these people have no weapons. So what are these men going to do to him? Right? Like in a normal case, a gorilla will get beat because while the gorilla is fighting one person all awkwardly, the other people are going to be able to like start gouging eyes or doing whatever. And enough punches like will eventually hurt a gorilla. But in this case, he's going to be able to like turn to the left, grab someone's face, squeeze it off of their head, and then instantly dodge the punch, and then turn around, punch this person, probably killing them, and just keep doing this over and over and over again until he is no longer anything but the color red for blood. So, yeah, I think he takes the smart men, but it's going to be close. He's going to get injured. He took down a helicopter. I mean, he died in the process, but he is a tough dude. He's a tough gorilla, I should say. Okay, next, we have Donkey Kong. This one is instantly in my head extremely difficult. Most of these, once I say their name, I already know where they're going. This one, I'm going to have to talk myself into. So he is a like cartoon character, which makes it tough. We have the video games, which don't give us a ton. I mean, obviously he picks up like ridiculously heavy objects like cars and just throws them. So we can start integrating toon logic here. But if we take him from the Mario movie, which I saw one time, but was very enjoyable, he did seem to be just more like a super powered gorilla. So he could jump like a ridiculous distance. You know, he seemed to have like really good stamina, very smart for a gorilla, kind of like the champion of gorillas, right? So I'm gonna say he's at least on par with Buck, and I like how it's like a, I like how the picture's got a cutout here, kind of perfect for him breaking the logic of physics. I'm going to say he's at least here. If we give all the men weapons, so think like they get spears, they get swords, they get shields, I actually don't think he's going to, I don't think he's going to make it. So I'm going to put him at the top of 100 smart men, but eventually he's going to get stabbed if we bring him back to normal physics, and that's going to kind of seal the deal for him. Once he gets injured, which he will, you know, over the course of fighting 100 men with weapons, especially when they're smart, because we're not going to take away their intelligence once we move up the tier list. So, yeah, he's not getting past that shield wall. There's no way. So, he's going in 100 smart men. I think he can take them, which is respect, because that's 100 men. I mean, I'm only one man, and I'm saying he could body 100 of me. So, respect. Okay, next we have Winston. Now, I'm a big Overwatch I was about to say I'm a big Overwatch fan. That's not completely true. I'm a big Marvel Rivals fan, which you might think makes me hate Overwatch because Marvel Rivals just murdered Overwatch. But no, I don't hate Overwatch. I just wasn't a big fan. But I did play it for a little bit, and then Marvel Rivals came around a couple of years later, and I'm back on that, team v team grind. But again, I digress. We have Winston, who is a hyper intelligent gorilla. One, he is biomechanically enhanced, so he wears like power armor, which is very helpful in this case. And he's got weapons. He has a gun of his own. Can he beat 100 men with guns? No. I mean, he's got like a bubble shield. He can jump really far. He can enter a primal rage. He's got his plasma cannon. He is doing really well. Man, this is tough because I think he definitely beats 100 smart men. So let's just go ahead and throw him there. But I'm gonna say he probably makes it to 100 men with weapons because these are not guns; these are melee weapons, and he has a gun, right? Like he should be able to take him out. So I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna put him in 100 men with weapons. I don't think he can take 100 men with guns. I mean, it's 100 guns, right? Like that is a lot of bullets coming at you. I know he's got armor. I know he's got shields, but I mean, it just takes one well placed bullet to really nerf him, right? I mean, he's still just a gorilla. So, despite the shields, despite the weaponry, I think there's just too many bullets flying in the top tier. So I'm going to put him at 100 men with weapons. Now, does he go above Kong 2005? Now we're getting into like gorilla v gorilla territory, which I don't want to necessarily get into in this video. Leave a comment and let me know if you want that. If we want to just rank these guys based off of who would win in a fight. But I'm going to be honest, it's probably not going to be much different than this ranking. So I'm going to put him below Kong because I think Kong just picks him up and just ragdolls him. But who knows? Okay, next we have Mighty Joe Young. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is an older movie that I used to watch as a kid. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna tell it's older by the way that they do the effects. But it's still really well done, and it's kind of a nice story. It's kind of like Free Willy in a way, where you have like the animal, which in this case is Joe, Mighty Joe Young, and then you have the bond with a human, and then you have the aggressors or like the bad guys, and it's just a good movie that is heartwarming. And I don't want to spoil it, but it ends. It has an ending. I'll say that. So where does he rank on here though? That's the question. He is absolutely killing 100 men, because he's massive. Now he's not like George massive. He's not even Kong 2005 massive. He's like a 2-story building. I'd say he's very very tall. I don't even know, like 35 feet or something. I don't even know why I'm trying to eyeball that because I have no idea. But he's pretty tall. He is big enough to hurt a lot of people and also big enough to not get hurt by a lot of people. So I'm at least saying that he's going to be taking out 100 smart men. Whether he takes 100 men with weapons out is tough because he is really large, but he is kind of fragile. I mean, they don't downplay how easily he can get hurt. Like they don't give him tough skin. He doesn't. It's not a combat movie. He's actually portrayed to be a very gentle giant. So for that reason, I don't think he's gonna have the mental like mindset or the body to take on a lot of weapons, even if they're melee weapons. So I don't think he's beating 100 smart men. And in fact, he is beating 100 smart men because they have nothing that can do to him. But the weapons are going to be too much. So he's going to stay in 100 smart men. I think he takes them, but he's not going to like doing it. He's a nice guy. He's just a chill guy. He really is, which is why we're sympathetic of him in the movie. Anyway, so that's where we're at with him. I'm curious on whether I should move him somewhere else within this tier. Like, should he go below Donkey Kong? He's so big, though. No, I'm keeping him. I'm keeping him at the top. I mean, he's so much bigger than Buck, and he's so much bigger than Donkey Kong. I don't. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll leave him there. Okay. Almost to the end, in fact. There's not that many gorillas running around out there. But we have a powerhouse next. This is Gorilla Grodd. I mean, easily the most intimidating ape on here. He has got the most aura for sure. And I am including King Kong Monsterverse on that, for the record. King Kong Monsterverse is really nice. That's the thing. Gorilla Grodd, he is going to enjoy killing these men. He is going to like it. In fact, he often makes that his goal in the comics and in pretty much any rendition of him, whether it's a DC show, DC game, and of course DC comic. He's a villain, and he's got quite an array of abilities. First off, he's a gorilla, making him very strong, and like Buck, He's intelligent enough to use his strength, but not only that, he's hyper intelligent. He's genius level. He is, in fact, the smartest ape on here, and Winston would be the only close competitor, but I don't think Winston is taking this one. Winston is just really, really smart. Gorilla Grodd is genius level. So, and that's in the DC universe. I mean, think about all the smarties in that universe. Gorilla Grodd's up there. So, not only is he hyper intelligent, very strong, and also just giant sometimes. Like they draw him differently, but sometimes he's as big as Mighty Joe Young. So it's like, okay. But anyway, he's a big gorilla that's hyper intelligent. He's got technology, but his by far most problematic power for these men is his telepathic ability. He has a literal superpower where he can take over your mind. He can impose things into your mind. He has taken over cities worth of people before, like literal entire cities at once. So I think I'm throwing him up here in 100 Men with Guns. I don't know if he's capable of taking down George. In fact, I'll just say he's not, because I don't think his telepathy work. It doesn't like scale, because I believe there was a crossover between King Kong and Grodd tried to take over King Kong's mind and it didn't work. So yeah, he's up here because all those men are going to point their guns at him, and then they're going to slowly point them towards themselves. And why? Because Grodd is going to make them. So yeah, there's no shot. And even if you argue that Gorilla Grodd doesn't always have that level of telepathy, because he doesn't, he would have enough telepathy to turn some of the men on the other men, and from there he's got it on lock. I mean, not only is he himself a problem, he's just going to pick people up and tear them in half, but he's going to have at least a small army of men shooting at the other men. So it's just going to become chaos. Yeah, no. Gorilla Grodd takes it. And then last but not least, the one we've been waiting for. This one was not random. I saved this guy for last. This is King Kong Monsterverse. And I don't think he's killing anyone. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. He is going straight up to the front. He is going 100 men with guns. In fact, give them rocket launchers, give them tanks, give them nuclear warheads. Well, maybe not that. He's taking them on. Okay? Like he almost killed Godzilla, who is like one of the most powerful beings in all of fiction, and he almost beat him. So, he's also strong enough to earn Godzilla's respect. I mean, this one is not surprising. I know you guys watched this video partially to hear me say King Kong is roasting these 100 guys. Okay. There is nothing that anyone is doing to take down King Kong. It's going to require Godzilla himself protecting humanity for people to have any shot against Kong. So anyway, that's where we're at. That is the list. So let's take a quick look, double check everything. Yes. These two are kind of like, okay. Yes. Yeah, I think everything's solid. Let me know if you guys would change anything, because I'm really curious if you would. I mean, this is already a controversial topic enough. funny enough. But yeah, let me know if you disagree with anything, but I'm willing to bet you don't, because I think I got this 100% correct. Okay, well, that's all for now. We were riding the wave of popularity with this one, for sure. But I didn't see anyone talking about some of our favorite gorillas of fiction. Yeah, and in fact, it's not super far-fetched to believe that animals could become more powerful than they are. In fact, I believe I have seen leaks that they have, and it's just being hidden from us. But I'm not going to get too much into that. Maybe a later time, once there's a little bit more security on the channel, maybe a little bit higher numbers, so we can so I can remain safe leaking this information. But yeah, that is all for now. I appreciate you watching, and as always, just remember,